the only way I can figure out how to get it to upload to YouTube correctly. And I do have a helper here today. She's out of the picture, you can't see her because we had to zoom in. So there is one student here that I'll be teaching to. So to get started with our lesson on the present perfect tense for an intermediate grammar class, the first thing I want to do is review the tenses that we've already learned. So to review, we have learned 3 tenses so far. Present, past, and future tenses. So if this is time, and this little dotted line is now, we're going to call now, otherwise known as present. Present represents things, for example, that are happening now, or habits. So for example, I could say, every day I eat lunch at 11:30. Right? Okay. So that would be an example of our present tense. For our past tense, we learned that past in time happens here, before now, right? So if present tense is every day I eat lunch at 11:30, can you tell me what, since you already learned, what is the past tense of this sentence?
Yesterday I ate lunch at 11:30.
Right, perfect. Okay, good. So that's our past tense. Every day, or yesterday, I ate lunch at 11:30. And then our future tense is things that happen after right now, okay? So now, the past tense is before right now, and the future tense is after right now. So, for future, tomorrow I
will eat lunch at 11:30.
Good, all right. So, that is a review, present, past, and future. So the new tense that we're going to learn today is called the present perfect tense, and it is a way to connect the past tense to what is happening right now, to the present. We're going to connect, and there are 2 general ways, 2 general meanings for our present perfect tense. Let me put that up here. Okay, the first general meaning of present perfect tense is when time is not said exactly. Okay, time is not said exactly, or it's just not important. It's not important to know exactly when something happened, but we know that it happened in the past. The important thing to remember is that the meaning of the action, it's important for what's happening right now. So the meaning is important for right now. Okay, so, and also the action could be more than once. All right, so it could happen one time in the past, or it could have happened multiple times in the past. But for this general meaning, number 1, the meaning is important for right now. So maybe we're talking about it. For example, maybe we're talking about movies, and you tell me that your favorite movie is The Little Mermaid. And maybe I watched that last week, but I don't mention that I watched it last week. The time is not exactly important, just since we're talking about it now, I can say, I have watched that movie. I have watched that movie. No specific time, but we're talking about it right now. So it's connected to the present. Or you say, I would like to travel to Mexico. I have traveled to Mexico. Several times. Or I have been to Mexico. Okay, so do you see how it connects to what we're talking about right now? That's our first general meaning. The second general meaning of the present perfect tense, the time is known. The time is known. The difference is here, the difference for the second general meaning is that it is ongoing in the future. There's no set end time, no set ending time. Okay, so here the time is known, but it is a continuous action. There's no specific ending or exact ending. For example, I could say, I have had a cold. I have had a cold for 2 days. 2 days is the amount of time, so we do know a little bit about when it started because we have some indication of time. But right now, I still have the cold, so that's connected to the present. I still have it. I don't know when I will not have the cold anymore, right? I never know when I'm not going to be sick. So, the meaning continues into the future. There's no specific ending time. Okay, so another example would be, I could ask you, how long have you lived in Murray? I have lived in Murray for 9 years, okay? I still live in Murray right now. I have no specific ending time, okay? So that would be the second meaning. The time is known, but it's continuous. There's no set ending. All right, so let's analyze. Let's look at our examples that I wrote here, and you can tell me what is the same between them. All right, so here, for meaning 1 and meaning 2, I have watched, I have traveled, I have had. What do you notice about the verbs that are similar?
All three have the word have.
Yes.
For the main verb.
Okay, yeah. For the, well, let's just go with have.
Okay.
Let's start with have. So let me tell you how to do the form for the present perfect. When you form the present perfect, you use the correct form of the verb have. So, I have, she has, he, right? I, she, he, we, they, okay? So it would be either have or has. I have, she, he, it has, we have, they have. All right, so that's the way you conjugate that verb. So you have the correct form of your have plus the past participle. I think you already noticed we have this verb as well, right? So that's called past participle. And we have already talked about, since we learned past tense already, we've already talked about forms of the verb. How are we on time? Good, okay. 10 minutes? Huh? 10 minutes, okay. We're going to pause.